Hello everyone, my name is Nur Hidayu and today I will be presenting ISO 14000 application in chemical laboratory. During this presentation, I will explain how different ISO 14000 standard help laboratories reduce environmental impact while maintaining safe, efficient and sustainable laboratory practice. Before we go any further, let's first understand what is ISO 14000 and what is it for. Chemical laboratories carry out experiments using chemicals, solvent, and analytical instruments. These laboratory activities generate chemical waste, consume electricity, release air emission, and also can contribute to water pollution if they are not managed properly. These environmental impacts can affect both human and ecosystem. Therefore, ISO 14000 family provides a systematic framework that can minimize the pollution, improve environmental performance, and operate more sustainably. To make it easier to understand, imagine we are walking through different sections of chemical laboratories. We are now at our first stop, the waste management room. ISO 14001 is the main standard in the ISO 14000 family. It specifies the requirement for establishing an environmental management system, EMS, to help organizations identify, control, and reduce their environmental impacts. In a chemical laboratory, this standard is applied through proper chemical waste segregation, safe storage of hazardous chemical, spill response procedure using spill kits, and the correct use of hazard labels. For examples, acids, organic solvents, and heavy metal waste must be stored in separate labeled containers instead of being mixed together. By following these practices, laboratories can prevent pollution, improve workplace safety, and comply with environmental regulation. Our next stop is the Environmental Office. While ISO 14001 tells laboratories what they need to achieve, ISO 14004 provides guidance on how to implement and continuously improve the environmental management system. One important concept is the Plan, Do, Check, Act or PDCA cycle. First, laboratories need to plan their environmental objectives and procedures. Next, they do by implementing these procedures in their daily laboratories activity. They then check whether the system is working effectively through monitoring and environmental audits. Finally, they act by making improvements based on the results. Staff training, environmental planning, and regular audits ensure that the environmental management system remains effective over time. We are now entering the Green Chemistry Laboratory. Here, ISO 14040 and ISO 14044 promote the use of life cycle assessment, or LCA, to evaluate the environmental impact of laboratory activities throughout the entire life cycle. Traditional laboratories often use toxic reagents, consume large amounts of solvent, and generate high quantities of hazardous waste. In contrast, green chemistry encourages laboratories to use low toxicity reagents, biodegradable chemicals, and processes that produce less hazardous waste. ISO 14040 introduces the principles and framework of life cycle assessments, while ISO 14044 provides the detailed requirements and guidelines for conducting the assessment consistently. Together, these standards help laboratories reduce environmental impacts without compromising analytical quality. Finally, we arrive at the carbon monitoring room. Laboratory activities consume electricity, require transportation of chemicals, operate analytical equipment, and generate different types of waste. All of these activities contribute to carbon dioxide emissions. ISO 14064 provides guidelines for measuring, monitoring, and reporting greenhouse gas emissions generated by laboratory operations. Meanwhile, ISO 14067 focuses on calculating the carbon footprint of products or laboratory processes. Once these emissions are measured, laboratories can develop strategies to reduce them, such as using energy-efficient equipment, reducing solvent consumption, and improving recycling practices. Although each ISO standard has a different purpose, they work together as one complete environmental management system. ISO 14001 establishes the environmental management system. ISO 14004 provides guidance for implementing and improving that system. ISO 14040 and ISO 14044 help laboratories minimize environmental impacts through green chemistry and life cycle assessment. Finally, ISO 14064 and ISO 14067 measure and reduce greenhouse gas emission and carbon footprints. Together, these standards create a more sustainable chemical laboratories. So, why does ISO 14000 matter? For laboratories, it creates a safer workplace and helps organizations comply with environmental regulation. For the environment, it reduces pollution, minimizes hazardous waste, and conserves natural resources. For society, it supports sustainable scientific research and contributes to a healthier future for everyone. Therefore, implementing ISO 14000 benefits not only laboratories but also the environment and the wider community. In conclusion, ISO 14000 transformed chemical laboratories from places that simply produced analytical results into laboratories that protect the environment through responsible and sustainable practice. Thank you for your attention.